Hey, did you guys actually catch any of the total solar eclipse out here in the North American area? It was so cool. Anyway, here's a couple of photos for you. The one on the right is from my iPhone. The one to the left there is from my son who sent that to me from New Brunswick. I thought I'd show that to you. Anyway, it was really cool to watch that everything go black for a couple of minutes. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right, so let's get down to business here. So, does today's new metal album have the stuff it takes to make it into our collections? Well, right now we're going to torture and slam and beat this next one to the ground, and we're going to find out if it does have what it takes. A warning, this could get nasty, so let's go to that data. Terry here again, guiding Metyll Music, creatures of the night, just like you, on your collection quest looking for more metal music. I cover everything in metal. My reviews test drive, analyze, and break down the newest extreme releases from my weekly chart so you get the best new metal every single day. And afterwards, I'll pair today's review album up with another extreme pick for you to add to your collection because you love getting more new metal music, don't you? Right? Yeah. All right. So today's new album up for review is NOIR by It Follows, and it's the band's latest album up for a fresh Redline review. Let's go ahead and break this one down. In Apple Music, I opened the band's page and I see that there are 8 strong sounding tracks totaling 42 minutes. The album cover artwork, as you can see, it's a classy black and white artwork piece. It's got the standard font work. Thanks to the artist, I had no problems picking this one out for review from the whole batch. They classify themselves in Apple Music as metal only. Between that, the album artwork, the song titles, and a quick sound check, I'm going to visualize something pretty heavy. Maybe something well produced, like the album cover would suggest. What about your predictions? If you're a fan of It Follows, maybe you know more about them than I do at this point because I've never heard It Follows yet. So, my genre description before I start the review, this one's tough. So I'm just going to throw out new metal or groove metal. We'll see if that changes in the end during my review. All right, so track 1, it opens as a heavy, slow churning piece with big depth, slower tempo, and a dark feel. It's impressive, controlled fry vocals. Guitars are just fabulous here. Bass and percussions are really deep and good. Very intriguing so far, and I like this. It's very different. Track 2 has a similar deep, heavy, haunting feel. Sound is chilling and it almost has a grungy feeling. It's pretty sweet, actually. Then track 3 increases the intensity a little wee bit, and it's got such crisp rhythms. It's got great depth, harmonies, and a nice blend of everything all the way through. Track 4, it's more of a full-on crushing nu metal or power number with some pretty crunchy stuff happening. The vocals and rhythms are totally awesome here. Track 5 is a powerhouse of thunderous deep rhythms and harmonies. Excellent grind and a chilling vocal performance. I love this guy's voice. Rest of the album has that big, live, deep, dark, churning metal sound. And truthfully, it was spectacular. It was big and heavy in its own way, although it wasn't exactly slam metal. Summary, this album is very deep and profound. It has a nice heaviness. It has a dark, and there it is, that word again, almost grungy feel, and it's a winner. This is a good album. The recording and sound quality was professional. The production and musicality was very refined, in my opinion. I rate the overall levels of rhythm and tempo on the higher side with a level 6 or 7 intensity range, while the harmonies and melodies were also too on the higher side, between a 5 and a 6 range of presence in this album as well. I find the lyrical theme is about a dark world. Becoming a mainstream or solo act here is easily a possibility. The range, flow, and layout of this album is tight from beginning to end. The tracks are arranged with obvious care. I'm going to describe the vocals as this scorching, unique fry vocal range with also blended with clean vocals in there. The guitar work is strong rhythms, solid harmonies. Bass section was huge and prominent, and finally the drums and percussion performance was solid with great sound top to bottom. No extra track overlays that I found anyway. Overall, the energy and intensity of this album, you can feel it was pretty massive. They feel like a mix of Stone Sour and Alice in Chains, but with a simpler rhythm, and the vocals, of course, would be way different from any of those two bands, okay? If that helps put your mind at ease a little wee bit. Temperature range. I'm going to rate this one here as a hot level with maybe a 6 and 7 intensity, okay, for the heat, and a very dark tonality feel. And I'm going to give that darkness a 7 or 8 intensity shade, while the overall color or colors I personally describe as, well, black, to be honest with you. Does the album cover artwork match the feel of the music? Absolutely. General feeling I had during this session was chills and goosebumps, for sure. There was some great emotion in there. It led me to give this album a pretty big seismic reading of 7.7 on my Richter scale. And I think that this is going to be great music in the evenings for winding down. Yeah. The reveal, my predictions from earlier were absolute garbage. Okay, I said nu metal or groove metal. Now my genre is somewhere in the grunge or maybe doom metal range. I can't be certain. When I dug through the bio, it says grungecore, something brand new to me I've never heard of before, which means that all of my predictions were a wash as far as genre goes. My favorite tracks, this is another tight album. Everything in here just worked from beginning to end. Okay, it was hot all the way through. Finally, of course, it's going to go into my library. This is a really different album. Lastly, don't take my word for it. Stream them and experience them for yourself, okay? Get these guys paid. And that is it for another episode of Redline Reviews. So I'm going to dig into my treasure chest here, and I'm going to send you The Precipice by Mastiff, which, by the way, they only match in album colors here. Both of them are black. Mastiff will actually bring you pretty back into the grind really quick here. Anyway, that's just to say thanks for coming out with me today. And a recap. Yesterday, during episode 97, I reviewed Cannibals Anonymous by Carrion Vale. What a tremendous album here. And I added Death, an Anthology by Enterprise Earth from my secret stash at the end. And hey, that's 4 big albums in 7 minutes. See that last episode, by the way, 97, for the full scoop, and stream them for yourself to see if they are for you. Lastly, everybody, before I go, please remember you have the power to support all metal artists. Okay, stream them, engage them on social, buy the merch, see them live, and join me again soon for another episode of Redline. And finally, hit subscribe, get notified so you can get your new albums here first. I appreciate you. Take care, and we'll see you again very soon. Cheers, everybody.